Hi heathens! This video is going to be another I'm just using products that are in front of me type video. I already have on some highlighter and some mascara, but we're going to be adding on to the highlighter. Probably not adding on to the mascara though, but we'll see what happens. So I have a few things that I want to play with that I don't play with often enough or haven't at all on camera. And one of them being, I want to try this little palette. This is one that I had, oh gosh, when was it? I had gotten from Temu, and I know I've never used it on camera. I don't think I've used it at all. But this is essentially, not even essentially, this is a Beauty Bay dupe. It is the Miss Laura Ultimate Shadow Palette, and this is the green one. And, so like, sure, yeah, Beauty Bay makes these. They don't have a monopoly on the pans, but they have bees on the pans. Like, that's just, it's just straight up Beauty Bay. But I want to try them and see how they perform, and I might be using some other products with it depending on how this goes. But without further ado, we're gonna get right on in. I am using a, ooh, we just lost a little bit of light, didn't we? This is gonna be an all natural light video unless the sun goes away even more. I'm using a stained green brush. These don't have names, so I'm just gonna tell you when I'm switching shades because I can't tell you what shade I'm using. And I'm starting with that upper matte green. And we're just gonna put that all over the lid. So far, I've been decently impressed with the quality of most of the shadows that I've received from Temu. Well, I mean all of them. The Natasha Denona dupe, I wound up not keeping. It was just too small for me to want to reach for. But like this one's small, but it is okay, if that makes sense. And it has like a solid, I'm gonna reach for this because I mean it seems to be pretty good, but I'm gonna reach for this if I want greens. You know, the other palette I'd have to specifically want to reach for that palette, if you know what I mean. Like obviously I'd reach for the palette if I want to use the palette, but you know what I mean? Like I'd have to think, oh, that's the palette that I want to use today, not necessarily be thinking of a color story, because it was just kind of a cool tone. I'm now going to switch over to a darker green. This is the bottom corner matte. I'm going to focus that on the outer edge. I mean, so far, so good. That's got some good pigment right there. I am very impressed. I was about to say pleasantly surprised, but I kind of had high hopes because, like I said, the other palettes that I've tried have been pretty darn good. The big one, if you watched, it was from my second Temu haul, which was like the really big one where I first got some clothes and stuff. No. It was from my first PR haul. I had received a palette that has like eyeshadow and blush, highlighter, and bronzer, and that one actually stays in my bathroom and gets used pretty regularly. So I've been, that's the, I know the brand is Kevin and Coco. That's why I think it's so funny that this one still has the bees when the name of the brand doesn't even start with a B. So it's like, who are you trying to kid here? I'm gonna go in with this shimmer for my lids, and I'm just gonna use my finger because that's what I usually do for almost any shimmer that I apply. That's nice. It's a nice soft shimmer. It's nothing crazy, but you definitely still see the shimmer. Like where the light hits it and kind of reflects off it. For some reason, that eye isn't quite as bright looking. Let me take the residue off my finger and try again. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. You just gotta clean your finger between uses. Because I guess having some buildup on it kind of dullified it. Dulled it. I think I was trying to say dulled and nullified. I kind of like the phrase dullified. But yeah, so let me also tell y'all the card situation for anyone who watched my whiny video. And then I skipped a day because things have just been so unnecessarily chaotic. So, got the card. Cool. Everything's great with that. Except, I got it. Was like updating stuff, you know, like Ipsy, all that. And went to update my phone, like my actual phone bill information. And it was like, yeah, no, we can't process this. It's like, why? Did it like 4 times, called their customer service, had them try to do it, couldn't get it to go through. It kept being declined, saying that there was an error with processing. So finally I was like, forget this. I'm gonna call my bank, see what is going on, and then call y'all back if I need to. So I call the bank, and they're like, yeah, we see this transaction was declined. I literally just had my blush brush. I have no idea where I set it down. Nowhere under. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna use a different brush. But I was like, I need to know what exactly is going on because I need to pay my phone bill. And it's telling me that I can't. And they were like, yeah, you know, like I said, we see that it's been declined and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool, but why? They're like, well, it was marked as potential fraud. Again. It's like, okay, well, it's not. Could you tell me, like, why it was, you know, flagged as potential fraud? Mind you, got the card this morning and had already updated a few other things. And they were like, yeah, because, you know, you haven't made a purchase from this retailer with this card before. I haven't really made any purchases with this card before, but you let the other transactions go through, and this is a bill that I pay every single month on the same day. So, like, I don't know what the confusion was or why it suddenly got flagged as potentially not me when, again, I literally do this every single month. I'm just updating the card. But I was like, okay, it would have made sense if all of them had done that and I had to go down like a list of all the companies. There's a car like suspiciously stopping in front of my house. If I had to go down and go over all the companies that I had on auto pay that I would be updating cards with or whatever, but I don't. So I was like, why? That just seemed a little weird to me. So if any of y'all have like gotten new cards recently, because the first time I got a new card, that did not happen. Did they do that to y'all? Because I don't understand what that's about. That, like I said, that was just a little strange to me. I want to use, actually, I want to use one of these highlighters. I know I said right in front of me, but give me a break on this one. This is the ColourPop. That is the same car, and they are turning into my driveway. I hope that's my groceries, because because otherwise I don't know who that is. This is the ColourPop Light Sticks in the shade Earth. It's URTH. And I just kind of take it on my finger. Then I'm just going to add it down what I've already got. And then put on a little bit of lipstick and I will be done. And then I can find out what's going on because they haven't gotten out of their car. And they're just sitting there. And it makes me nervous. This is the KVD, what is it called? Epic Kiss Nourishing Lipstick Butter Lipstick. This is You Speak is the shade. These are so soft and they smell so good. I just hate these applicators because then that happens. And you have to like clean them off to keep them from looking like insanely gross. But I don't want to like pull it up any higher. I'll wash it later because then I feel like I'm going to break it off. That's my quick little look. I hope to be back into some first impressions, and yeah, you heard the door. That's definitely my groceries, so that was good timing. I am cutting this short. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.